Hi, welcome to Now You're Cooking Again. My name's Mike Fear, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to a little presentation on using pressure cookers, especially to make risotto, and what's better than lobster risotto, so we're going to do that. And because it's our 20th anniversary and we're doing pressure cookers, I just want to let you know about what we're going to be doing. Starting today, you can get $20 off of your Zavor pressure cooker, your instant pot if you like, or a stovetop pressure cooker. So that's, you just come right in and you are entitled to one of these, get $20 off. So let's see how they work. And just to let you know that Now You're Cooking is we are open 7 days a week. Our hours are 10 till 5. And Sunday it's 10 till 4. We still do curbside shopping, so you can still do that. Hopefully you'll come in to see us. And so we're going to start off. I've actually started the pressure cooker going, and so we'll see the result of that in just a second. But I'm going to show you with the Instant Pot. So the Instant Pot can do so many things. It can do pressure cooking, slow cooking. It's got all these different settings here. We're going to start off by using the brown saute button. I'm going to press that once. That gives me 365 degrees Fahrenheit. Second time is for saute, 284. And so it's going to start to heat up. And what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to throw in a couple tablespoons of butter, right like that. And then I'm going to throw in a couple tablespoons of olive oil, just like that. And these are going to melt nicely in there. Grab my handy dandy tool this is my favorite tool, by the way. I use it for everything. I don't care if I'm poaching eggs or if I'm frying or what I'm doing. And let me see, we gotta press that again and then start. There we go. So with this device, you just basically select what you're doing. Once you've selected what you're doing, you then will hit the start button. Anytime you think you're doing it wrong, hit the start button again, and that means stop. So you can just basically go back to where you were. So here we go. We're getting the butter melted in the oil, and as soon as that's nicely melted, and I'm going to turn down my other pot here. Nothing like doing two things at once. There we go. And so here we see it's just about melted. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw my onions in here. Nicely diced onions, chopped onions. You can chop them a little finer than I did if you like. And now we're just going to saute them in the oil and butter. And all these ingredients make it taste really super. While this is sautéing, I just point out over here I have my lobster stock. So I steamed lobsters, and I then took the lobster shells, and if you want to see the lobster shells, they're right over here, and I basically boiled them, I would say, for about 3 hours. And you can cook them with onion if you like. I didn't on this occasion because there's going to be onion in my risotto. I picked the lobster and I have that on hand because we're going to put that right inside here. And this is coming along nicely. And I think probably about 4 minutes. Get them sort of translucent, the onions translucent. So getting back to the lobster stock, what if you don't have lobster and you want to do something that's lobstery? There's something called Better Than Bouillon. And this is a product which you just take a teaspoon of this with 8 ounces of boiling water, and you've got your instant stock there. So this is still going along. As soon as this is what I think deemed to be cooked enough, nicely translucent, I'm actually going to throw in my rice, and not just any rice. I'm putting in an arborio rice. It's specific for risotto. There are some others more expensive, but this really works well. It's a short grain rice, and what we're going to do is we're going to throw it in, and this one likes to interrupt us here. So here's my 2 cups of rice. Throw it in, and I want it to cook a little bit in the oil and butter. As you see, it's just, and I don't want anything to brown. I just want it to nicely cook. And I'm going to throw some salt. This is some flake salt. A lot of people like the English flaked salt. Molten salt is usually what people go for, and that's what I put in here. It's just got such a great flavor. And then some freshly ground black pepper. Before I actually I was getting everything together, I actually ground this, so it's freshly ground black pepper. You can still use white pepper, but I like the flavor of the black pepper. So now what I need to do is I'm going to put in the stock, and I put in a cup of rice, so I'm going to put in 2 cups of stock, and that's about 1 3/4, and that's about two cups of stock right there. So that's just going away there, as you see. And now the trick is put the lid on. Now, you'll see with this lid, I can set it to steam or pressure. We're going for pressure. So I'm putting this on, and I'm setting it there. And now I actually cancel this part. I go for pressure cooker. And so press there, and I want high pressure. I want to go for 12 minutes. So I'm going to go for 12 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So now I'm set. I'm going to hit the start. So now it's going to come up to pressure, and it'll start counting down. In the meantime, over to my right. This is my stovetop one, and you'll see right here that I had a timer, and I'm just shutting off the time. And now this is the trick, because we have to walk over to, we're going to do a quick release on this, and coming right over to the and quick release with a stovetop pressure cooker is you just basically put plenty of water to cool it off, and now you can see that it releases quickly. And so we'll come right back over here and pop the top off, and you can see right in there that this is nicely cooked up, and oh yeah, nice and creamy. So now what do we need to add? We need to add our chives. Gives it just a lovely flavor. We need to add our lobster, and as many pieces as you like. I don't see the point in making them too small, because everybody wants to have a nice big chunk of lobster. And stirring that in, and the heat of the rice is going to be really hot, so it will basically warm up the lobster. And then we're going to put in some grated Parmesan cheese. Now, some of you don't have Parmesan cheese. Well, you have cheddar cheese. Grate some cheddar cheese. It gives it a great creamy flavor. So this is going to be lovely and creamy. And you can see right here that it's nice and creamy. And then what I would do if I was serving to somebody, I would basically put it in the bowl like that, and just to make it extra special, I would see if I could find a nice little claw to put on the top. And there you have it. Now, if for some reason lobster's not your thing, think about mushrooms. Really simple with mushrooms. I do this all the time. I make it in a pressure cooker as a starch. Can go with anything. So, but here you go. And if you wanted to, you could put a little bit more on the top just to decorate it. And I can assure you that is yummy, yummy goodness. So there we are. And don't forget, it's very easy to use any of these. We can help you with picking out which one. And remember, you can get $20 off your pressure cooker. Come in this weekend, come in next week, come in the following weekend. And don't forget, on the 28th, bow tie day, wear a bow tie and get a special discount. And I think we may even have a special prize for somebody who has matching mask and bow tie. So don't give up your mask for your bow tie. You have to wear both. And thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next week.